Welcome to JECK Radar. Today, we're shifting our focus to Ukraine, a nation fighting for its very survival against Russian aggression. But now, it faces a new battle, one waged within its own borders. Hundreds of Ukrainians have taken to the streets of Kyiv, protesting a controversial new law that, critics say, threatens the independence of the country's top anti-corruption agencies. This isn't just about domestic policy, it's a move sparking alarm among civil society leaders and EU officials, potentially undermining Ukraine's reform path and its vital quest for European Union membership and continued international aid. This is the largest protest since Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022. Let's break it down. The heart of this new controversy lies in a piece of legislation recently passed by the Ukrainian parliament, the Verkhovna Rada. While the exact details of the law are complex, its core impact, according to its critics, is to reduce the independence of key anti-corruption bodies. These agencies, established after the 2014 Maidan Revolution, were designed to be free from political interference, tasked with rooting out systemic corruption that has long plagued Ukraine. Specifically, the law appears to grant more power to the Prosecutor General's office or other politically appointed bodies over the National Anti-Corruption Bureau of Ukraine, NABU, and the Special Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office, SAPO. Critics argue this essentially means that investigations into high-level corruption could now be more easily influenced or even blocked by political actors, diluting the very transparency these agencies were created to enforce. The response on the streets of Kyiv was immediate and powerful. Hundreds of Ukrainians, braving the constant threat of Russian missile attacks, gathered to voice their outrage. These aren't just a few disgruntled individuals, these protests are being led and supported by prominent civil society organizations that have been at the forefront of Ukraine's reform efforts for years. They see this law as a direct betrayal of the principles of the Maidan Revolution and a step backward in the fight against corruption. What makes these protests particularly significant is their scale. As we mentioned, this is reportedly the largest protest of its kind in Kyiv since Russia launched its full-scale invasion in February 2022. This underscores the depth of public frustration and the conviction that fighting corruption is just as crucial for Ukraine's future as defending its borders. For many, sacrificing hard-won anti-corruption gains, even during wartime, is simply unacceptable. Key concerns aren't limited to Ukraine's borders. Officials from the European Union have also expressed strong disapproval, signaling that this move could jeopardize Ukraine's ambitions for EU membership and continued financial assistance. Transparency and the rule of law are cornerstone requirements for joining the European bloc. Weakening anti-corruption bodies sends precisely the wrong message to Brussels, which has repeatedly emphasized the need for Ukraine to strengthen, not diminish, its independent oversight mechanisms. Billions of dollars in international aid, crucial for Ukraine's war effort and reconstruction, are also tied to its commitment to reform and combating corruption. If international partners perceive a backslide in these efforts, it could impact the flow of vital funds, further complicating Ukraine's already dire situation. This law, therefore, isn't just an internal debate. It has profound implications for Ukraine's international standing and its very ability to continue resisting aggression. This standoff in Kyiv highlights a critical internal struggle for Ukraine. While the nation unites against an external enemy, the fight for its democratic future and against internal corruption remains fierce. The protesters are sending a clear message: the war for Ukraine's future is not just on the front lines, but also in the halls of power, where transparency and accountability must prevail. The world is watching to see if Ukraine will stay true to its reform promises, especially when the stakes are so incredibly high. What are your thoughts on this new law and the protests in Kyiv? Do you think this will hinder Ukraine's path to EU membership or affect international aid? Share your perspectives in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to JECK Radar for more crucial